A homeowner got quoted $163,000 to extend grid power to his property. He built off-grid instead for $62,000. Most people get this decision wrong, and it costs them tens of thousands of dollars. Today we're running every off-grid power option, solar, wind, hydro, generator, through real all-in costs to find what actually wins. Because your property decides, not your preferences. Let's run the numbers. Before we compare anything, one rule, or none of these numbers mean anything. Every system gets one number, total cost per kilowatt hour. That includes everything: equipment, install, maintenance, fuel, replacements. Each system is sized at its efficient limit. These are best-case numbers, on the right property. Step 0. Get a grid extension quote. This one number decides everything. Under $50,000? Connect to grid. Off-grid loses. Over $84,000. Build hybrid off-grid. It wins. In between, you're making a judgment call. If you have hydro, ignore all of that. Hydro wins immediately. If you have year-round flowing water on your property, that's a big if. Micro-hydro wins on cost. Period. The filter is strict. At least 5 feet of head, 5 gallons per minute. Year-round flow, not seasonal. About 1 in 20 properties qualifies. All-in cost, about 17 cents per kilowatt hour. If your property qualifies, stop comparing systems. You're done. Build hydro. Wind is the option people want to work, and the one that almost never does. The filter is brutal. You need a measured 12 miles per hour annual average wind speed. Not "it feels windy here." At a typical site, a 5-kilowatt turbine produces about 5,000 kilowatt hours per year. All-in cost, about 50 cents per kilowatt hour. So, if you're planning on wind, pause. You're probably about to waste money. Solar is the default for most properties, not because it's perfect, but because everything else is worse. Reference system: 10-kilowatt panels, 40-kilowatt-hour battery, 10-kilowatt inverter. All-in cost, about 39 cents per kilowatt hour. Panels degrade about 0.5% per year. Batteries and inverters need replacement around year 12. Winter production is about 30% of summer. That's where most systems break, not because solar fails, but because it wasn't sized correctly. The bottleneck is the inverter. Push past its capacity and you don't scale smoothly. You jump to a more expensive system class. Solar only works in mild climates. Everywhere else, you need something behind it. Generators are the most misunderstood option here. They serve two completely different roles, and the economics are not the same. As backup, about 500 hours a year, they work fine. The engine lasts a long time. As primary, around 4,000 hours a year, they wear out fast. You're replacing that generator every few years instead of every couple decades. Propane primary, about 61 cents per kilowatt hour. Diesel, about 64 cents. And it lasts longer, but still not enough to change the math. Here's the key point. Generators are not a power system. They are insurance. If you run a generator as your main system, you didn't build power. You built a maintenance problem. This is the system most people actually build. Solar plus propane backup generator plus propane heat. Solar covers about 88% of your load. The generator fills in the remaining 12%. Winter, cloud cover, spikes. Build cost, about $62,000. All-in cost, about 52 cents per kilowatt hour. Why propane heat? Because heating with electricity in winter, when solar output is lowest, blows up your battery requirements. Why not just oversize solar? Because you're paying for capacity you only need a few months a year. The rest sits idle. This isn't theory. This is where most people end up after trying to optimize everything else. This is the real-world benchmark. Off-grid hybrid, about 52 cents per kilowatt hour. Grid, about 22 cents. That's about $3,000 per year more, every year, for the rest of your life, plus about $54,000 more upfront. Unless your grid extension cost is high enough to flip the math, you're not saving money. You're buying independence, and that can be worth it. Reliability, autonomy, no utility dependency. But it is not free. Off-grid is not a saving strategy. It's a lifestyle purchase, with a price. Before you buy land, run these numbers. Get a grid extension quote. Get a flow study. Measure wind. Next video, solar system comparisons. Spreadsheet below. Your property decides, not your preferences. Run the numbers.